Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Winning Ways, where we're going to bring you up to speed with all the latest news around the world and around the country. And also, we're going to have the KwaZulu-Natal Awards evening as part of Your Call. It's going to be the Your Call insert, and it's a fabulous evening. And you can't wait to watch Graham Hawkins' surprise on his face when he got the Achievement Award from Anita Akel. They kept it quiet from him. They kept it. Babette flew down from Johannesburg for the award. He didn't even know she was in the room. It was just quite something, wasn't it?
I wasn't there, but I heard about it. It was outstanding and deserves it. Puts a lot of time in.
Yeah, well, Raymond Chirping said that he was in action. Spielberg at his very best, Raymond Spielberg. So we'll watch that insert. It's a very good insert, actually. No wonder they call him Spielberg. But we've got a lot of racing, and we've got some fun. And just on, I know you going through with your treatment, and you're quite strong and going along well.
Yeah, I'll go in today after the show for the whole week. I'm in there. I'll probably come out looking like a mixture of Thomas Magnum and Scott Kenny, because my hair's starting to go on my face and my hair. I'll certainly look fantastic next week.
Look at you got that.
I've still got my chest there. I've kept the Magnum.
No, that's amazing.
I'm very, very lucky.
But just talking about that, chatting to the Bass team and Mike now.
Yeah, he's a chirpy in that, and that's good.
Chirpy?
Yeah.
Impossible. Apparently, De Kock sent him a message saying that he can only get 2 shots, and he only went into
getting
the
2 shots.
again. Yeah.
I think they should review that.
Yeah.
He should be worth at least 3 shots now.
Well, he said that he wanted to go off the front tees. We said he's not old enough yet.
He tries to with those boys to go without his front teeth.
Anyway, it's amazing that he's made the recovery he has. He's still, on dialysis, and just for all the people out there that, are obviously concerned about Mike Bass. There's a long road ahead, but they kept half the leg. He's got the other half. He calls himself Stumpy out here, but it's not very funny. But anyway,
Mike, we wish you everything the best, Mike. We hope you come back as strong as a lion, and I have no doubt you will be back on the golf course taking De Kock and Koopman's money.
Koopman's money, yeah. Well, love to you all, Bass family, and all our thoughts and prayers are still with them. And sad about Dee's Dinah's mother.
Yes, yeah. No, it wasn't Dee's, it was Com's.
Com
Naidu. Condolences go out to him.
Com Naidu.
He had a win or 2 on the day yesterday, which will cheer him up. But our condolences certainly go out to Com.
Always hard
He's a good
to lose
man.
your mother. Yeah, especially when you're young. 3 to follow. We're going to go and have a look and see what we got.
His dad, Distorted Humor, he's probably one of his best sons at stud.
I'll have another, wins the Derby.
I'll have another in the Preakness.
Lilacs and Lace, 48 to 1, upset.
He's just a big, strong, leggy horse.
Right, well, we're going to go and have a look at the first one of our 3 to follow, and we go to Scottsville, 2nd of September. Unfortunately, no racing at Turfentine over the weekend, so it was a nice card which got cancelled, moved on to the following week. They're going to run next Saturday. They reopen nominations and that. But let's go Scottsville, 2nd of September, down the straight here. And the 1,000 metre, we picked up Bright number 5.
Yeah, Bright number 5's in the blue, 3 off the left-hand side of your screen. And runs on very nicely to finish 4th this sort. The pace is on, many of the minks are putting up a lot of good speed out there. Delance Diva and Bean Julia, they're going to show a good speed. And you can see the horse we've found is in the blue. If you look to the left of the screen, it's 2nd left.
Yes, Delance Diva is bowling along up there with them. As I say, Bean Julia, the sniper got her. She looked like she's going to win at one stage. And the hot favourites in the pink sleeves on the right-hand side, never giving the guy an easy ride.
Yeah,
always
Chapel Queen, very green.
Yeah.
Green Chapel Queen. So gets run out of it down the inside in the orange cap by Roy's Guardian. But to his right, being punched out by the rider is our horse, Bright number 5. And he's by Cahal. The Cahal's having a wonderful run at the moment.
Yeah, it gets a little love tap there and another one, and just basically hands and heels, nice, easy run. Ran fourth. You know, these horses are Dennis Dryers, they improve a lot from their first run.
Yeah.
And this should be able to improve enough to be able to go. And it's by Cahal out of a Sommeris mare. You don't see many of those around.
Don't see many of them. The one New York Sommeris.
Yeah, but he
stay
was
all day.
one of the best broodmare sires around. Bred by its owner, Mr. Gua. So he obviously
Is it Brucht number 5? Because there's no H in it.
Brucht
Brucht number 5.
Brucht
Keep
number
it.
5.
Brucht. Who named it? Some guy on brandy?
That must have been Derek Brucht.
Brucht number 5. Keep an eye on that. Dennis Dry, Sean Cormack telling. Let's move on to our second one.
Okay, we're going to Greyville, and we went Polly night racing on Friday night. It was great to be back racing at Greyville under the lights. What a vibe there is there, and the pools are enormous. You know,
I got out a bit earlier, James, and I took a walk to have a look how the grass is taking. The grass is taken beautifully off that scarifying. A week ago, look, the poly track was the same colour as the grass track because of the scarifying. It's magnificent. And I walked around the bra area, the tables. I actually counted the big, huge tables with people out there. All the bra spots are there. It's a really a nice area.
Yeah, and it's very vibey, and we're going to race right through till I think April next year. Every single Friday night.
Yeah. TGIF.
TGIF. So that's going to be fun. But we go and pick up Madam Justice, beautifully bred. She's having a run over 1200. She's bred to go further than that. Trap 4.
Yeah, this is in the Les Naidu's colours.
You nearly fell off, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus got a bump. This is a full sister to Futura, I believe, and she's by Dynasty out of Champers, and she runs a good race here. She's just off the speed. They did tell us that the 6 furlong would be too sharp for her. You know, there's plenty of speed in the race. You know, King's View and Glimmer of Silver, they go out there and make it out. She's not that far off the pace, but I don't think she knows too much about it. Just wants a bit further, eh, James?
Yeah, I think so. She gets punched along here, Anton trying to keep her in the race, and she certainly gets given every chance. But as you say, just a bit further is what you need. She's now under pressure. She comes out.
Yeah.
King's View goes down the inside. The Lammerskral winner that goes down the inside, as does the Fort Wood filly.
Yeah, you can see she didn't quicken as well as the horses. A couple from behind her, Zeta quickened up, and she doesn't know what's going on. But she's on the outside fence where Arthur likes to put some of his runs in, and she runs a decent race for a debut. She's got all the pedigree in the world. She's a beautiful filly, and I think she's a bargain at what they paid for her now, because she just wants a bit of a trip.
Well, full sister to Horse of the Year, you know, that's really well worth having, and certainly Charles has got these horses in his yard, and he gets them to win the right race, and I think that this one, certainly over a bit of ground, you're going to have to be with. But the next one is Kenilworth. Some fabulous racing. Kenilworth on Saturday. It was a standalone meeting. The pools were enormous, and there's always a little gem down there. Now, this filly that we picked up raced 2 at Kenilworth, Our Destiny. Let's go and have a look at her.
Yeah, here's the horse, Our Destiny. It's having its debut for Glenn Cotson. Lucian Africa rides it. It has the red and yellow silks. You can see it. It jumps out fairly well, and it shows good speed to get up there with a few of the others. I know Avro Vulcan shows a lot of speed. So does Our Destiny. It's up there. But the reason why this horse puts in such a good run, she's very green in the latter stages, James.
Absolutely. Well, here she's just about in front, and you really cannot believe this filly ends up running second, going through the 200-meter mark, because she's there with him. There's no reason why she shouldn't actually go on and win this race. But she seems to become very unbalanced and very green, and then ducks in behind horses and runs on again.
Yeah, when Lucian asked her to run here, she's beautifully placed. He's put her in a great spot. She's just got to go and attack the lead, and for all intents and purposes, you think, well, this is going to win. Suddenly, you know, you've got Sail Set, and you've got Taffety Tart. They come on. Here we're thinking maybe second, and just here, you can see, look at her running in towards the horse on the inside. Horse on the outside, she's going to run third at best, James.
Yeah, and then she's now
Fourth,
lost
maybe.
it, and she now switches back in and then runs on to end up being second. And here when he gets into her, she runs on really, really well. Now, a little bit of news about this filly. She's apparently extremely difficult, and Milan's been working with her at the gates. She did flip over the first time she was meant to run at the race course. They say she's very talented.
Yeah, she's bravo.
Yeah, but very difficult indeed. Runs in Ralph and
Yes, nice
Val
to see the
Rickson
colours. They've got a very nice horse here.
with the Rays, Johnny and Mickey Ray.
That's
They've
right,
always
yeah.
been mates and they always race together. And I think this filly might be quite useful. Just have a close look at her. She's out of a mare that they raced and they bred her, this team. So we could have something here if she behaves herself. But Milan's a genius. These guys that work with
The
these
Domini.
horses at the stores.
The Domini Milan's outstanding.
Yeah. Is he a Domini?
He was at one stage in his life, and I think he decided to go work with the horses, or he might still be a Domini.
Yeah.
When he did his military training, he was a Domini.
Well, some of those Cape trainers need preaching too.
Oh,
Yeah,
they need
at the
some
starting
help.
Yeah.
There
There are a couple of those guys.
division.
Actually, Kotz is one of those boys, you know.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's why when he's fixing the filly at the pens, he's giving him a little sermon.
Little sermon, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well, they get our destiny to think about it. I think we'll just about win next time.
Right, we're going to go and have a look at the Blast from the Past. It's a 1997 SA Classic. Compliments of Byron and Johnny Foster.
Gates are open, soft falling rain, pulling clear, soft falling rains won the SA Nursery by 3.
Racing in the 2,000 guineas. Gates fly and they're racing in the Godolphin Mile.
They're off and racing.
Weight didn't matter. Class tells, soft falling rain, much too good. Soft falling rain, an impressive guineas winner. Soft falling rain is drawing clear.
He's made it 7 out of 7 by winning here today.
But it's soft falling rain who is powering away. We'll see out the mile in style. A high-class performer wins the Nay of Joel Stakes.
They're all set and ready, 1,800 metres. Racing from the 1,800 metre marker. It looked a level beginning, and Patchouli Dancer came out pretty well over there. They've been followed in by Roman Badge, and then comes behind those runners on the outside there is Desert Axe in the blue sleeves and the blue cap. Then comes behind that Derek's Boy, and Drum Star is very prominent as well in the checked purple colours over there, 3 off the outside. Cal Soupy's on the far side in all the red colours over there. North by Northwest is back at the rail, racing about fourth and only 3 lengths off the leader. Last Warning is further back in behind those, with Full of Fight further back in the running. They're racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Then there's another 2 lengths away to Doc Halliday. Confidence Man is on their far side. Well Judged is further back. I'd say a dozen lengths that cover the lot as they race now past the 1,000 metre marker, and Patchouli Dancer is in front. Patchouli Dancer and Jeff Lloyd are controlling the pace in the Celebrity Classic. They lead at 1.5 lengths to Desert Axe in second. Roman Badge is back in third at the rail. North by Northwest, Drum Star behind that. Reese Van Baker's racing only 3 lengths behind the leaders, and Smart Money in the all yellow colours over there, only 3 behind them now. Rainbow Kin at the rail. Last Warning, Shaw Star's got 5 to make up. Full of Fights on the grandstand side of the white blinkers, and Confidence Man, then Well Judged. 400 to go. Smart Money's coming after Patchouli Dancer now, and Smart Money and Drum Star, the stable companion, coming home strongly as well. Patchouli Dancer, North by Northwest, is not out of it. He's starting to run on strongly as well. He's 2 or 3 lengths behind the leader. 200 to go. Can Jeff Lloyd keep going on Patchouli Dancer? He's trying to go from pillar to pillar here. It's Patchouli Dancer the leader. Smart Money, Drum Star, Shaw Star's making up ground at the rail, but Patchouli Dancer keeps on finding. Shaw Star's coming. He's cutting him back with every strike at the wire, and Patchouli Dancer's won it. What's some great driving from Jeff Lloyd. Michael DeCock, they've taken the...
Well, to win Turfentine 1,800 from the front is some mean feat, and that was Mike DeCock, Johnny Gerodis, I think. Johnny rode it.
I remember those very well.
Yeah.
You know, funny enough, James, there was Mark de Cox used to be stabled above me.
Yeah.
And this was bled in the race.
Yeah.
And he got his suspension, and Mark moved him out the row, and he had the box spare. He brought a horse in, was Horse Chestnut. One moved out, he brought Horse Chestnut, this was his place. He had a row of Group 1 horses there.
Well, don't worry. He did the right job with them, and certainly a wonderful winner to win, as I say, from the front. Not very easy. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after the next race with the rest of the show.
Greys are rocking towards the inside, and Del Rio's coming through. Inside the 300, Barbarian, Del Rio. Greys are rocking now, still hands and heels at the 200-meter marker. 150 to go, and Greys are rocking. Now Anton Marcus gets serious. He says, let's go and win this. Barbarian's 2 lengths away, but if you're backed, Greys are rocking. He sizzled through today, and Greys are rocking. Bullseye by 2. Barbarian second, Del Rio, and Show Me Heaven. He showed up for that 4th stake check.
Well, these type of horses, Greys are rocking. He's been placed a number of times, been very, very unlucky in races. And, you know, he's...
I believe he pulls very hard, James. And they've got
like
to try, young Brandon had to try and settle him out. But it just shows 10 out of 10 to Sean Terry and Dujon. They run this horse, and he kept earning. And they run him a week ago, and they brought him back here, and they won comfortably. He ran second a week ago, so he's earned good money for Christopher Newkirk. And Sean said, "Hey, the horse is fit and sound. Run him."
And the best part was that, you know, people have done their money over him, but this looked like the absolute right race for him. And he was 14 to 10, so, you know, you could have had a full go on him. On Interbet, he started even money, but you could have got 14 to 10 at the death as much as you like.
Yeah, that's right. I snatched a bit of that, and I thought he was definitely the bet on the card, the value bet too.
Yeah, and just the way the whole thing pans out, you learn from horses like this. Well, the horses are not simple. They're difficult to work out, and I think this horse shown glimpses of being really good. When you look at the way the field finished, the second horse was 2.5 lengths behind. He'll win next time. He looks like a good
Barbarian. He was well clear of the third.
And the rest of them were not sighted, and there were some horses that had a bit of form in this race. So Greys are Rocking's obviously not a bad little horse.
Yeah, we'll win some races, and as I say, they've raced it and they've got the money. Horses fit and sound. The old Buddy Maroon used to do it.
Yeah,
if they're fit and happy, run them.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no doubt that that's the right way. We can move on, and we're going to have a look at what we got in current affairs. But you got to get one of those Interbet accounts. My goodness, you get the cash there.
Get the odds. Welcome to another edition of Current Affairs. Again, it's that time of the year where we're in between the provinces setting up for their season, so there were no stake racing today, but internationally there's a lot of interest going on, and James, I suppose the biggest interest has to be the Quipco Champion Stakes coming up this weekend.
Oh, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable at the Curragh. I think that's it's just going to be the race of the season.
Is it Leopardstown?
Is it Leopardstown? Yeah, Leopardstown, of course it is.
Yeah, the Champion Stakes. Yeah.
You got Glen Eagles, the Irish champion.
Yeah, again, James, the key with this horse, Glen Eagles, has been the ground. If it's anything worse than good, they take it out every time. Yeah. And the weather's been fine in Ireland. They're very happy with it. They're hoping it holds on, because bringing him into the race will be a great attraction. The favourite is, of course, Golden Horn, Frankie's ride for John Gosden, who was beaten the other day. And people say, well, he's not that great, but he's open favourite. And the Prince of Wales winner, Free Eagle, I think it is, Free Eagle, another Eagle, from Dermot Weld, he runs that. So it's going to be a cracking race.
Yeah, then you've got the old man, Cyrus de Aglis. He's coming over from France.
Yeah, he's the gelding. Yeah. Whoa, he's won a lot of money.
Yeah. It's just one of those races you've got to be watching, because Golden Horn, you know, it's amazing. American Fair and Golden Horn both got beaten the same week.
Yeah, amazing. Just when you think
the champions.
The champions. Yeah, it happens. And the good news, just touching on American Fair, that it's going to go to Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, he's going for the Breeders' Cup Classic on the 31st of October at Keeneland, the Breeders' Cup this year at Keeneland.
31st of October. I
Yeah.
think it's World Cup rugby final.
Same day.
I think it is, yeah.
You're going to have a hell of a time.
Yeah, it'd be a great day.
Great day. Going to be watching, who would you think would be in the World Cup rugby final?
Who do I think? I'm hoping for South Africa, obviously. Then my team, South Africa and Ireland, and they both got a squeak, but a lot of it points to the home team doing well, and of course the All Blacks. So and Australia have started to take shape. I really don't know who's going to win, but I'm funking for South Africa.
Yeah, a lot of old men in there, boy. I don't know if we can win the World Cup. I don't even know if we can get to the quarterfinals.
What's wrong with old men?
You know what?
They might not play their
old men. I know
old
what
men,
it's like being an old man.
They might not play their old men.
But just talking about what's coming up, well, you've got the July Cup as well on Saturday.
Now this is a major sprint. Was you mentioning the Brazen Bow is only coming back next year for the Diamond Jubilee? Or is it still
no, Bowband's going to come back next year for the Diamond Jubilee.
Okay,
Bowband won a Group 1 in Australia this weekend.
Glenn Schofield.
Glenn Schofield rode him, and that's why I wanted to mention him.
Yeah.
He won well, and apparently Glenn Schofield gave him a peach of a ride.
Yeah, he's won 4 or 5 Group 1s in him, I know. But Brazen Bow is by, that's the Mitchell brothers.
Invincible.
Yeah, I'm Invincible. The Mitchell brothers out of Jerriman Park. Yeah. Do you remember when it got beat at Ascot? The jockey, I think it was Craig Williams.
Was on the one side.
That's right. Yeah. And Frankie snuck up and beat it up the inside. Very good sprinter, Brazen Bow. You know what the Aussie sprinters have done over there. So would this be going for this week's race?
July Cup this weekend, which is on the July course at Newmarket. And Chris Waller trains it. He's very happy with the way the horse has come on. And James Doyle's going to ride the horse. He rode him in a gallop the other day. So the gallop was good. But just talking about Bowbands, they're talking about bringing for the Diamond Jubilee the following year, the year after.
Ascot.
And it brings us back to the story. You know, last week we were having a go about this new fee for imported horses and this and that.
Yeah.
And I see Peter Gibson wrote a reply to it and said that, well, you know, they've got to be funded. There's all these initiatives that they do to try and get horses imported, exported, whatever. And this was the one way to fund it.
It's not the right way.
Peter Gibson's coming on the show in the next week or two.
You can't defend it. Your defence cannot be because a guy can afford to buy a horse from Australia. We can put the price up to what we like.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
line.
we went a bit further than that. But the point is that we'll ask him himself exactly what the story was.
Yes.
But talking about the Schofields, Chad Schofield got a provisional license in Hong Kong. I think he got a 6-month license in Hong Kong.
Fantastic. Very good young rider.
Very good young rider, and he rode a winner on his first meeting.
Yeah, he's superb. So, he won a young apprentice championships when he was over in Australia in 2 major states. Yeah. He was just highly touted. And
won the Cox Plate, didn't he?
Yes, he won the Cox Plate from the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, he's a very good rider. He's a form fundi.
Yeah.
He just studies, and our Richard Faree's there.
Yeah, Richard Faree's there as well, and Doug White's still there. He rode a treble on the first day.
Sure.
They've got Joe Moreira.
Great riders.
You know, it's a fabulous bunch of people. I see Neil Callan got a job. There was a thing on African Petting Clan with all the people that got given licenses. And it's a very interesting article. It's really well worth reading.
Is Carice Teaton still there?
Carice Teaton's still there.
Good rider.
But these guys posted this, and it's got everything that you need to know about Hong Kong racing. Who the trainers are that got given licenses, whose license were provisionally suspended, what they've got to do to say. The interesting point was that they've got a condition 6.3 or whatever it is, 60.3, and I don't remember the actual number. But it said that these trainers had to give reason as to why they should keep their boxes in writing due to their
success rate.
Yeah, success rate in the last season, which is it's a great step.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough. You got over the years, a few guys have been sent back. Said, sorry, we're not renewing.
Still, Tony and David Ferraris are still
going
there.
strong.
Tony Malone and David Ferraris.
They go strong. They get their winners. They've had top horses in their time, both of them.
Yeah, well, they're both top trainers. There's no doubt.
I wanted to talk about another type of race. There's a groom's race over a mile.
Yeah, on Supreme Cup Day, the new SAP Supreme Cup, SAP, which is Platinum's company.
Platinum, yeah.
They've sponsored a groom's race. They've got to run a mile on the turf. Okay. Now, there's only one thing that worries me. As a grooms that have been there for a certain amount of time, or can any groom
Can
run
you
it,
lurk up a runner?
Or can we send one to unlucky who'd like us and put him, enter it in the race as a ringer? Because I've got a lot of grooms that are very fast, okay? They're bloody fast from the time that they knock off back to the compound.
Yeah,
that's where they're really
We've all got some flyers.
Yeah.
We've all got some
a lot
flyers.
faster than my
so
horses.
So they're going to have this groom's race. It's a good idea. Yeah, and 20,000 rand, wonderful.
Yeah, first
Wonderful.
winner gets, it's the same split as they do in the races.
Oh, that's good.
So,
it'll be interesting because it's a lot of money to someone going out there winning 12,000 for first or whatever it is.
12 grand, and that's the prize. So that will be a lot of fun. Just talking about racing. Racing was suspended in Malaysia.
In Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the reason?
Well, they got a respiratory infection. Now, what would be a respiratory infection? That's got to be a flu outbreak.
Could be anything like
of
that.
Something, you know.
And James, is it across the board?
Well, they've got 120 horses they've quarantined. They're doing tests in Singapore and Malaysia on these horses to find out what the situation is. But we know about flu injections. We know about this. We know about these outbreaks.
Will a ban be put on them?
I'm not so sure. You know, they're not South Africa. Only South Africa gets bans put on them.
It'd be interesting to see.
Talking about bans. Yours in England or?
No, he's Mauritius.
In Mauritius, yeah.
He's about 5-6 weeks into Mauritius.
And how long they've still got to go?
It's the usual. Your visa's 90 days for your groom and your people, and the horse has got to be 91 days. You know?
How does that work?
I don't know how it works. You're going to have to send the groom back early or something like that. We've had our rider and groom with Roy's out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Funny enough, he writes a daily blog on it. You know, under Lefty Racing, you can find out with the photos, the gallops. It's very amusing.
Okay.
So you can follow.
Is it as amusing as the common room?
No, the common room was outstanding because it had my influence. This is strictly Roy.
Well, then it can't be your music.
But James, the thing about it is it becomes a costly exercise for people to send a horse out to race there, and in other countries it's zoom in, zoom out, and
well, that's it. These guys are preparing to go for Diamond Jubilees and whatever. They can just go. This is it's ridiculous. The whole thing. I can't wait to speak to Peter Gibson, Professor Sana, all these guys who told us over a year ago. Don't worry.
Just to let people know, they did have a meeting. They all got together. I think. And I stand to be corrected here. I think Chris Vernieke got behind it and said, come on guys, we're all pulling in different directions. And he got every single party together. Tony Rivlin went up to represent us to go and listen into progress they were making, where they had the vets, and where you had the virologists, where you had the different bodies. Everyone's talking about a bubble zone here, a vector-free zone there. I'm still in the dark. Maybe Peter can enlighten us. He would have been at the meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else in the news?
No.
Anything to look forward to?
No, my news I've gone to, it's quite a quiet week, but it's building up, you know. We will start getting into the stakes racing soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to go and have a look at the KwaZulu-Natal Awards evening in your call. That should be a lot of fun, and we'll show you a winner as well that came from Australia. So enjoy the rest of the show.
Delago Deluxe is closest to us with his head in front. Tennessee Strategy and Midnight Serenade. But Delago Deluxe is now stretching out in devastating style. Undefeated, 4 from 4. He's like a strike of lightning. Here's Delago Deluxe.
The theme of this year's season was the captain's table. And what a bon voyage we have traveled over the past few months. Tonight we are at our final port of destination, the 2015 KwaZulu-Natal Racing Awards, where we celebrate the successes of the champions of the 2014-2015 racing year. In real terms, we are all winners for the contribution that has been made to the KwaZulu-Natal racing industry. And to be nominated for one of the categories is in itself a prestigious achievement. What a wonderful racing season we have had.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your captain this evening.
Welcome on board SS Gold Circle. You're at the captain's table, and we wish you all a very pleasant journey as we work our way through the 2014-2015 KZN Racing Awards. Enough from me. Please welcome on stage Anita Akel.
This year has been a very, very difficult year for me to decide who I'm going to give the award to, because there have been quite a few people that I thought were really entitled to it. Let me put my glasses on. I've decided to give it to someone who's really given his heart and soul to racing. Actually, I'm not going to give a long spiel, because you all know what it's all about once you see what comes on the screen. So I would like to, I won't say who the man is, but if they could just put him on the screen, I would appreciate it very much. The winner this year of the Anita Akel Award is...
We start off with the champion 2-year-old Colt Gelding. We only have 2 nominees in this category. Multiple Grade 1 winner, 7th plane, and the unbeaten Rabada. Those are our 2 nominees for the champion 2-year-old Colt Gelding. The winner is 7th plane. Congratulations to Ingrid and Marcus Yerster, to the Dennis Dreyer team, and of course to Klavervlees Stud. Represented here this evening to collect the award, we invite on stage Derek Brookman and Stuart Ferry and John Coster and Grant Knowles. You're all most welcome to join us on stage. Unfortunately, Dennis and Jill are not with us. They're traveling to Europe. They left yesterday, but it's fantastic to have Stuart Ferry here with us this evening. Let's have a nice big round of applause for Team 7th Plane, Son of 7th Rock. We move on now to our next category, which is the champion 2-year-old filly category. Chestnuts and Pearls, Entisar and Lauderdale. Those are our 3 nominees. The winner is the Alan Robertson winner, Entisar, raced by Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, trained by Mike de Kock, bred in Victoria, Australia by the Eco Beach Bloodstock. And we welcome John Buckler. Michael de Kock has sent his apologies, couldn't be here this evening, but John Buckler is one of the member of the powerful Mike de Kock racing team. Please give him a nice warm reception as John Buckler comes forward to receive the award, the trophy, plus the fantastic presentation by Anita Akel. We move on now to the classic category. The champion 3-year-old Colt Gelding. Easy Lover, Harry's Son, the conglomerate. We didn't see too much of him in KwaZulu-Natal, but your champion 3-year-old, without a question, Harry's Son. Congratulations to Roy Moodley, Phil Giorgio, Dougie and Sheila Stain, and to the Belrose. Also in his absence, congratulations to Paul Lafferty. Another victory here tonight for the Australian breds bred at the Cranton Bloodstock in Victoria. Harry's Son, as we all know, is destined for an international career. Roy and Mumsy Moodley, Phil Giorgio. We move on now to our next category, the champion 3-year-old filly category. And earning the title is Same Jurisdiction. Winner of the Garden Province Stakes on Vodacom Durban July Day. Please welcome the Delighted Connections on stud, now owned partly, of course, by Drakenstein Stud, the nominee Gaynor Rupert, Duncan Howells, Larry Vermaak, Ralph Katzwinkel, and Marlene Powell. Please welcome the entire Same Jurisdiction team onto the stage.
Yes, you can sail the 7 seas. Yes, you can put your mind at ease. Come on now, people, make a stand.
We kick off this second session with the champion older male. Captain of all, Futura Legislated Power King. The champion older horse is Captain of All. Raced by Ingrid and Marcus Jooster, trained by Dennis Dreyer, bred by the Klavervlei stud. Once again, we welcome on stage Derek Brockman, Stuart Ferry, on behalf of Ingrid and Marcus Jooster, and Dennis Dreyer also from the Klavervlei stud. Grant, John, you're most welcome to join us on stage. And please also welcome Sean Cormack, who spent so much time in the saddle, and the rest of the team. Moving on to our next category, and this is the champion older filly mare. And your champion older filly mare is Gallica Rose. Raced by Andreas Jacobs, the Main Chance Farms Pty Limited, trained by Joey Ramsden, bred by Dichtebay Stud. Please welcome Main Chance's racing manager Justin Vermaak to receive the award on behalf of the connections. We'd also like to welcome John Slade here this evening. Nice to have you with us here, John. Gallica Rose. Moving on now to the speedsters. Champion sprinter. The champion sprinter is Captain of All. And so not for the first time tonight, Team Captain of All is being welcomed onto the stage. Once again, we congratulate Ingrid and Marcus Jooster. In his absence, we congratulate Dennis and Jill Dreyer. We congratulate Klavervlei Stud, who will now stand the son of Captain L. Moving on now to the champion middle distance horse. Your champion middle distance horse at the KZN Racing Awards for 2015 is Futura. Congratulations to John Freeman, to Jack Mitchell and Drakenstein Stud, and to the Justin Snaith Racing Stables. And it's fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a nice warm KwaZulu-Natal welcome to Chris and Sue Snaith. We conclude this first session with the champion stayer. Our champion stayer is Wild One.
400 to go, Savage win the leader. Vino Veritas on the outside. Wild One starts to run on the inside. Wild One's coming home. Coltrane, Vino Veritas.
Sean Phillips.
Days outsider. Gold Onyx looking for running room. Wild One and Balance Sheet.
He's gone across to Fetch
nowhere.
Anthony.
Balance Sheet running on powerfully at Wild One. Wild One, Balance Sheet, Coltrane. Wild One's finding more though. Wild One won it.
Let's give them a nice big round of applause as they come on stage to receive the Champion Stayer Award for the 2014-15 KZN Racing Awards. We've come to start off our second half of our awards with the apprentice who rode the most winners in KwaZulu-Natal. Please welcome our champion apprentice, Callan Murray and Belinda. Would you join in, Belinda? Please come up on stage with Callan. Ladies and gentlemen, Callan Murray and his dam Belinda. So from the apprentice to the jockey, the trophy to our champion jockey of KwaZulu-Natal for the season ended on 31st July 2015. Please welcome Anthony Delpesh. Candice, please join him on stage. Just bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that for Anthony this past year, it also wasn't just plain sailing. He also suffered quite a serious injury in the starting stalls during the middle of the season, was out of action for a while, and notwithstanding his few weeks on the touchline, he emerged as the leading jockey in KwaZulu-Natal. I give you Anthony Delpesh. Now we move on to the KZN Nota Owner of the Year, and this is presented to the owner who is domiciled in KwaZulu-Natal, who has earned the highest stakes in the season under review. He's become a bit of a commentator's nightmare, I have to say. Roy's royalty, royalty Roy. Roy's lover, lover's Roy. Roy's Roy, Roy's Roy. But we know who we're talking about. Please welcome Roy Moodley and Mumsy. We now move on to the KwaZulu-Natal champion trainer. Our trainer of the year, Dennis Dreyer. Call on Stuart Ferry and Lucille Nkana to come up and receive the award on behalf of Dennis, please. And Sean and the rest of the team. And what would a trainer be without a vet? We move on now to the Breeder of the Year. And I'm delighted to announce that our champion breeders, not for the first time in KwaZulu-Natal, but indeed for the second time in 3 years, Claverflay Stud, represented by John Costa and Grant Knowles. And as you've seen from the awards both at the regional level and the national level, they have bred runners of the very highest quality. So it's not just about a numbers game, it's certainly also about quality. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to our next category, which is the champion owners of KwaZulu-Natal, based on overall stakes earned throughout the season. And it's my pleasure to once again announce that the champion owners of KwaZulu-Natal for 2014-2015, Marcus and Ingrid Juster, represented tonight by Derek Bruchman, their racing manager. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud. The board of Gold Circle, the management of Gold Circle, indeed the whole team at Gold Circle, from the top right down to the bottom, are proud to have this opportunity here tonight to pay tribute to two gentlemen who have served this industry for a lifetime each. Please welcome Colin Buckham and Warren Isley. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's be upstanding and give them a nice big round of applause. They've served this industry for a lifetime. Warren Isley and Colin Buchan. We have a very special award this year to be presented to Main Chance Farms, and I'm delighted that John Slade is here with us this evening. And I'd ask John Slade and Justin, if you'd like to both come forward, or at least John Slade. John, you're not getting out of this one. Main Chance Farms bred the first, the second, and the third horse past the post in the Vodacom Durban July Major Grade 1 race, all side by Silvana, and that's a world record! Penultimate award this evening is a very special award that was introduced a few years back in memory of the late Roy Eckstein. It's called the Roy Eckstein Floating Trophy, and it is awarded to the KZN Racing Personality of the Year. In assessing the situation for this year, we decided that, in fact, it wouldn't go to one person, it would go to two. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry they're not here this evening, because I'd love to have seen their faces as we announce that our KZN Racing Personalities of the Year, Dennis and Jill Dreyer. And we call on Jane and Rodney Trotter to please receive the award on their behalf. Right, in their absence, give them a rousing round of applause. And we come to the Horse of the Year. The Groom of the Year goes with the Horse of the Year. The Horse of the Year for the 2014-15 racing season is Captain of All. Once again, and for the final time tonight, they've walked this path. We welcome the Captain of All team, Stuart Ferry, Sean Cormack, Grant Knowles. And ladies and gentlemen, we would ask now for Captain of All's groom, Goodman Makabalo, also to join us on stage, please. Please welcome Goodman Makabalo as he strides up to the stage, very much a part of the Captain of All team. Goodman. Once again, to the Captain of All team, ladies and gentlemen, our Horse of the Year for the 2014-2015 racing season. Good night from the captain's deck.
Second position, but Military Roses giving them a bath. That's one of the biggest millions I've ever seen. Graceful Anna, the leader. Graceful Anna. Graceful Anna.